Hi, I'm Jacqueline, a nerdy parent and a dungeon master here at Young Dragon Slayers. Kids have all kinds of different nerdy interests. One might watch anime and play video games, another might draw Pokemon and read sci-fi, and another might make steampunk jewelry and play Dungeons and Dragons. The geek scene is ever expanding, and plenty of kids are flocking to what were previously fringe interests. With that interest can come a desire to participate IRL. To participate oftentimes by going to a geek convention. And parents, understandably, have questions. Can kids go to Comic Cons? Is there an anime convention for kids? Where can they find family-friendly conventions? Underlying all these questions is this: how do I let my child explore their interests while keeping them safe? I've been to conventions from anime to sci-fi, from 200 people in a hotel ballroom to tens of thousands in a sprawling convention center, and I'm here to be your guide to finding family-friendly conventions. Are kids allowed to go to conventions? In a word, yes. Kids are definitely allowed to go to conventions. No convention, at least not the ones I go to, will turn someone away based on their age, provided they have a parent or guardian with them. Conventions can be a great place for kids. When I brought my art to conventions, there would always be kids elated to see their favorite Pokemon, pick out an avatar sticker, or recognize the giant Totoro on my table. Some of the kids I've met while running geeky events have excitedly shared stories about going to conventions where they find cool merch, play awesome games, or get to meet their favorite voice actor. That being said, not all conventions are created equal. Some are designed with families in mind from the beginning, some have a few accommodations put in for kids, and some may have not put any effort towards being kid-friendly. At one convention artist alley, my cutesy kid-friendly table was kitty corner from a very not safe for work anime artist. I saw several people turn their kids right around and walk out the door. Let this story not instill fear, but a lesson. Do your research ahead of time to find a geek convention that's a good fit for your family. Comic Cons for kids, not the only kind. If you're first hearing about conventions from your child, it can be a lot to take in. There's so much to learn and understand, and that's on top of all the lingo from the internet, fandoms, and all of that. But here's a primer. Conventions, or cons, are gatherings of people with a shared interest. They often include events like seminars, panels, meetups, and signings, and will often feature special guests like actors, writers, and other creators within the geek scene. Many of them will have a hall filled with comic book artists, fan artists, game publishers, authors, merchandise sellers, bookstores, and more. Perhaps the most well-known type of convention in pop culture is a Comic-Con, or a comic book convention. This started out referring to conventions specifically for comic books, but it has grown to be a catch-all term for a general geek convention. Some conventions are for specific fandoms, like Star Trek, Harry Potter, or Transformers. Other cons are for general geeky interests: anime, furry, tabletop games, sci-fi, fantasy, video games, even steampunk. It's worth asking your child what kind of convention they'd like to attend so you can know what to search for. You'll have to do your research for each specific convention, but in general, smaller, more local cons, single-day cons, and nonprofit cons, like those put on by libraries, tend to be geared more towards kids and families. What to look for in a family-friendly convention. Now that you know the lay of the land as far as conventions go, it's time to look into individual conventions. If the description of the con is clearly geared towards young attendees or has keywords like families welcome, you're usually good to go. But some require a little more digging. Check to see if there are badges specifically for minors. If so, that's a sign that cons anticipate young attendees, have systems in place to contact parents in case of an emergency, and may even give a reduced rate for children under a certain age. Also look through the event listings and see if there are age ratings for individual events, and if so, how many events are appropriate for young children. Putting in age recommendations is another sign that a con anticipates kids. Some even have their own kid track or teen track of games, panels, and activities specifically for young attendees. No non-parent grown-ups allowed. In addition to the convention events, do some research to see what amenities are at the location where the convention takes place. For babies and toddlers, see if they advertise lactation rooms and changing tables. If the convention site doesn't clarify, you may be able to look up the event space they're using and see what resources are available. For older kids, see if the convention area has a variety of individual locations instead of one big loud room. It's better to find a place with outdoor areas, smaller breakout rooms, a quiet sensory room, or ideally, a designated kids area. The Motley Kids Room at Gen Con is a huge double room with stroller parking, crafts, foam sword fighting, kids games, and my personal favorite, the Box Fort Building Zone. A guide to finding kid-friendly conventions. With these tips in mind, it's time to explore conventions in your area. One of your best resources for this and all things will be your local library. Librarians, especially children's and teen librarians, keep an eye on events in the area. Your local comic store, game store, or bookstore probably brings their wares to a convention or two, so they may be able to point you in the right direction. Check out their bulletin board or ask a knowledgeable staff member. There are also plenty of global convention finders online that let you browse in your area. You can look for sci-fi cons, tabletop game cons, convention and anime cons, or take your pick among a long list. There is something for everyone. The perfect activity for your geek-minded child. Like many things in life, there's a season for conventions that comes and goes. As much as they might want to, your child can't spend every weekend cosplaying as their favorite character and wandering the artist alley. Might I humbly recommend an activity that goes year-round and is accessible no matter your location? Online Dungeons & Dragons, or, as we call it around here, D&D. D&D is a great way for your child to connect with other geek-minded kids and teens, learn important social-emotional learning skills, and have fun doing something they love. Here at Young Dragon Slayers, we run games of D&D for tweens and teens 100% online, and we put players in groups with similar ages, play styles, and support needs that are run by professional adults who know the game well and are experienced working with children. If you think that our games might be what you're looking for, you can join our waitlist, get on a call, play a trial game, and see if it's the right fit for your child. And if you'd like to meet us in person, like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram to hear about our upcoming con appearances. You may find your new favorite family-friendly convention. Thanks for watching.